Okay, then. I do believe we are back. Gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry if that was loud. Welcome back to the Goonsday Prepper stream. It is 7 o'clock. My cat's auto feeder just went off, signaling that I am indeed not late to the beginning of the stream, which is truly a blessing. Gentlemen, I hope you are all doing well as usual. I hope you guys are feeling good. This is going to be, this will be the most stream ever. Hold on, I think my, I got a fan in my kitchen I got to turn off. It's loud as hell. 1 second. Can't even hear myself think, fool. All right, so, oh shit, forehead reveal. Yeah, chat. Are we tired of winning? Oh my god, I just saw the replay. Look at my fucking forehead. Fuck. That's why I wear the hat. All right, so topic of tonight's stream. All right, this is going to be a yap-tastic stream, and I hope that you guys are also excited to be involved in this. This is a two-way conversation. I will be talking audibly. You guys will be talking with your fingers. We're going to respond to comment, questions, shit like that, as we go through some of these talking points. I'm so fucking sick of winning. Dude, we haven't really won fully yet. Trust me. It's going to happen any minute now. We are days away from winning. We are days away from winning. I would say we're 95% on the way of winning. Holy shit. Anyway, so topic of tonight's stream. Also, guys, please like the stream, okay, so that the homies can see that I am indeed live and they can join and hang out, have a good time with us all. So, salute from Unk to Unk, and we are all within the undefeated chat. Amen to that. Hell yeah, a fellow Unk in the chat. So, I feel like I haven't wore the mask in a while. Like the last, I think, 2 streams, maybe? And the last video I didn't wear the mask, and it almost feels foreign. It's weird, but it feels good. It feels good to be back. Goddamn, we are so back, boys. We are so fucking back. Anyway, talking point tonight. We're going to be talking about Warlords in America. Post hypothetical fall. SHTF. Goon LARP. Ass-Crackistan takeover. Goonsville, USA type shit. This is going to be a fun one. We're going to get philosophical, which, you know, is kind of par for the course here, honestly. I can't talk about something in a joking manner and be like, but what if it was real? Or like, what can we learn from this? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'd be contemplating shit a lot. Nothing crazy, just a lot of deeper meaning stuff. You know what I mean? I try to see big picture with my tiny little smooth brain. I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick. You guys you guys do the same. Water is a absolute necessity for viewing this stream. I'm probably not gonna grab water. I might, yeah, fuck it. We're gonna have a delectable LaCroix. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, this almost empty bottle of Evan Williams is looking at me crazy. I really don't like the way it's looking at me. So we're going to destroy it real quick, just to kind of get the mood going, because I'm going to be talking by myself. So unless there's a new challenger approaches, So, anyway, boys, God bless you all, and cheers. Delightful. Absolutely fucking exquisite. Alrighty. So, first things first. All right. Let me see if I can get some let me see if I can get some visual aids. Visual aids going. 545. Hello. Recky Rarded. Recky Rarded. We got some homies defecting from the hop chat. Oh my God, larva. Water is a conspiracy. Water is a conspiracy. They tell us it's necessary for life, but then they tell us that most of the water that's on Earth is unsafe to drink. They created the problem and sold us the solution. Wake up, sheeple. Oh my God. Dude, yeah, that's big brain as fuck. Maybe we'll talk about some of the crazier what do you call it? Theories. Because I just rewatched the Wendigoon's conspiracy theory iceberg after, like, I watched it when it first came out. I remember waiting for the fucking last episodes to come out, and that was a lot of fun. But man, there's some stuff in there that's like, I've changed my fucking mind on some things. All right, like, we're gonna get schizo. We're gonna get fucking schizo. Speaking of getting schizo, I was planning on having Risky on tonight, but unfortunately he had to work. So, and I don't want to change the schedule around. We'll just catch him next week. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not a big deal. He might be here in the chat though, eventually. So, but he is unfortunately wage cucking it. So, anyway. First thing, oh yeah, visual aids. Yeah, retinal HIV. That's right, Mossy one. Yeah, of course, Risky works. Yeah, okay, so Hustle Bones, this is like, yeah, I was going to bring up that exact topic, okay, in a minute. Just let me get there. Okay. Adding that to my notes. So, visual aids. Let's see here. We need a map of America. Oh shit! Who the fuck is that? Little booty fart. Let's go. Metro Boomin. Member for 7 months. Holy fuck. God bless. Gooning so hard right now. I'm going so fucking hard right now. Love to hear it, buddy. I wear the same mask as underpants. How the fuck does that work? Do your balls poke out of the eye holes and your schlong out of the mouth hole? That's oh God. Ugh. I need to get that visual out of my head. Hold on. Oh lordy. All right. Let's save a picture of the United States of America. We're going to save the image as USA map. And it's going to go in my stream thumbnails folder. And then I'm going to open Streamlabs. I'm going to add source. It will be, oh fuck, image, add, new, USA map. Add source. Browse. Hold on. We're getting there, Chad. This is super streamlined. Believe me. Where the fucking... You motherfucker. Where is it? Oh, for fucking crying out loud. God damn it. Where the fuck did this thing go? We literally had it. My Christmas ham. It was right here. Why the God damn it. Hold on. Where the fuck did this thing go? No, nothing matches, huh? You're actually fucking my ass right now. This is fucking pissing me off. Solely Stuffy Buns, $4.99. He says OG Morrowind stream win. Ooh, that would be fucking fun, dog. That would actually be a lot of fun. Maybe do like a modded Skyrim playthrough, dude. God damn it, you guys are like making me want to start the gaming channel. All right, but it's just like this right here, all right, is my passion. Okay. And I'm just afraid that like it's like having two kids, you know? It's like, which one am I going to love more? Yeah, no shit, Bones fucking OG raging trying to find a PNG. That's the thing is I'm not even trying to, it's just not fucking showing up here. Like all right, hold on. Maybe I need to resave it. Stand by. Save image. All files. Map. We're just going to call it map. It's in stream thumbnails. Fuck. Oh my god, why can you not upload a JPEG? What the fucking hell? God, get the fuck off of my fucking screen right now, you asshole. Let's try this. Try it one more time. It literally says it supports JPEG. Sorry for the ASMR of my mapped, or, whatever the fuck it's called, my keyboard typing. Dude, what is this? It literally just does not show up. It's just crazy to me. Stream thumbnails. What the fucking hell is happening right now? I am so fucking scared. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna have to, like, I'm gonna have to do some crazy shit to make this work. Oh, yeah, that's what I could do. I'm a fucking idiot, bro. Okay. Hold on. Just go to fucking screen share, bro. God damn. Webcam in here. Metro boom and make it boom. Browser. Source. This shit sucks, dude. Whoever decided that I should ever do this. Because this is a fucking idiotic idea. Okay. We're gonna minimize this a little bit. Oh my god, I'm not even trying to look at all that. Hold the fucking phone. Can I just, like, look at the photo? Is that perchance possible? Yeah, hey, you guys could buy this map from eBay for 9.5 GBP. Whatever the fucking shit that is. Oh yeah, we also had some donos here. Hold on, I need to read that. Coral Weezer, what a humble t-shirt salesman. Yeah, yeah. You would be surprised. I actually don't sell very many t-shirts. Every time it comes to pass that people find out that I have t-shirts, they're just like, "What? Since when? What? What?" And it's just like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I really don't know what to fucking tell you. Okay. Oh my god. We're just gonna share the whole goddamn screen. We don't give a fuck. Open up the files. Open up everything. Map. What do you mean, how do I want to open the file? Just open the fucking goddamn file. Jesus Christ in heaven. There you go. Can you guys see the goddamn map now? Like, holy shit, man. Why is it so fucking hard just to see a fucking map? Oh my god, I'm doing everything. All right. Anyway, let me open this up on my phone. This is derailing quickly. Like massively fucking quick. All I want to do is talk about the goddamn hypothetical factions in the United States in a post-apocalyptic society. So, you know, we're just going to start there, and then once we get to the fucking map portion, we'll get to the fucking map portion, okay? Jesus. Stream on live support. Yeah, no shit, man. All right, anyway. Guys, like the stream. It can't be this hard. Yeah, except it seems that it fucking is for some reason. Because even though I save the fucking image as a fucking JPEG on my computer, and then I go through the file directory on fucking Streamlabs to open it up, which it says it supports JPEGs, it just doesn't appear there. Why? Who the fuck knows? Honestly. Not fucking me. Anyway, holy fucking shit. Let's talk about the goddamn talking point for tonight's stupid fucking stream, shall we? Ugh. Fuck, how long have we been streaming already? Are we done yet? It's 15 minutes. Great. Life is hard. It's harder when you're stupid, George Carlin. Yeah, no shit, man. And George Carlin was a stupid motherfucker. Just like me. The Mozzie one, $2. Derailed like the Iowa chemical spill. Yeah, and Ohio as well. I ain't forgot about that. Abusive alcoholic S2 shop energy. Nah. This is abusive alcoholic PSG energy. I don't work in the S shop. I ain't no bitch. I have dreams of beating S1 clerks with hammers. Honestly. I can't stand those motherfuckers. You know, as like a Christian man, we're told to, you know, forgive our enemies and to let love overcome hate. I'm still trying to figure out the meta to do that with S1 clerks, specifically. Like, I could be awake for 1 nanosecond, and the first thought that goes through my brain is total S1 clerk death. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. Like, what do they even do? What is their basic training even? What is their AIT like? Ugh. Legitimately. Because I don't, like, they clearly have no fucking training to do anything remotely useful. They show up, maybe, to do PT. And then afterwards, you know, you're waiting outside at freaking, what do you call it? After PT and shit like that, whenever they open, usually like 9 or some shit, or 8. And they're just not there. And you're just like standing outside the door. It's like, what are they doing? Where did they fucking go? Like, I got like a fucking finance packet to turn in. Where the fuck did they go? Like, I need to like submit my fucking leave shit. And they're just gone. And then they lose everything. Because for some reason, yeah, by the way, this stream's going to derail. Because for some fucking reason, the Army uses exclusively fucking paper for every single piece of administrative packeting, file transfer, everything. Everything. Like, I was a training room NCO in the Army. Okay, so I handled a lot of fucking bullshit for my company. You know what I mean? Like whether it was, you know, upgrade, uh, fucking paperwork, you know, change of finance status and stuff like that for like soldiers getting married, divorce, cost of living allowance changes. You know what I'm saying? When we were in garrison, I was like the fucking paper pushing bitch for first sergeant, red penning everybody's fucking NCOERs and shit like that, and sending it back for corrections and whatnot. So it's like I had to deal with S1 all the fucking time, and it was so fucking annoying because they're just so worthless. They are worthless. They don't do anything. If you're an S1 clerk and you're in this chat, put a grenade in your pocket and pull the fucking pin right now. That is a direct order. Sully Stuffy Buns again for $4.99. He says, "Gonna yank the steering wheel back a little. Is this is one of the new factions gonna be Neo Hindustan in present day Texas?" Fuck, I don't know. There's so many of them. It's like, what are they? What are they gonna do? There's enough like Indian people in America where they could like just take a whole state. You know what I mean? There could be like new India. Oh, could you imagine? Okay, yeah, let's get back on topic here, boys. Let's quit fucking around. I'm sorry. Uncle OG has a little bit of whiskey, and all of a sudden he wants to bitch about the army. I don't know what S1 is, TBH. Okay, so S1 in the army. This is the last thing I'm gonna talk about before we get on the main topic. In the army, you have like your company level stuff. Okay, so like normally when you're in the army, you're a part of a company, and above a company is a battalion. Well, the battalion headquarters has these things called S shops, and S1 particular is responsible for handling like administrative and clerical shit. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up in a second. Fucking relax. Fucking they handle clerical and administrative stuff, finance, yada yada. S2 is like information, intelligence, clearances, whatever, blah blah blah, and then it goes so on and so forth. I don't really know what the other ones do, to be honest with you. I think like S6 is like supply or some shit. But yeah, that's what S1 is. We hate S1. Okay, back on topic now. Sorry. Hit that motherfucking like button. Hey, yo, shout out Replay Gang. All right, Replay Gang is so fucking real, honestly. There's a lot of you homies out there that be watching the streams. You like post mortem, post posting, and I appreciate that legitimately. So yeah. Okay. Now I got a spitter, and I'm ready to conduct the stream as ordered. Court mandated Goonsday stream. Alrighty. Gentlemen, let's tear into this topic now. Now we could actually schizo rant. So, Warlords in America. I guess the main topic was going to be talking about like this is the like let's set the setting first and foremost, okay? Which, full disclosure, okay, for YouTube, none of this is representative of any real people, real places, or real events, okay? This is purely like hypothetical, fictional works of discussion. There's no, I'm not trying to say or advocate for anybody to do anything to any real people, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so just let's put that out. This is literally campfire talk. This is not real in any fucking way. I am literally Minecraft. All right. Yeah, exactly. All right. No, I'm not going to keister us in. Not yet. If you have braids. Yeah, if you have braids or a shaving profile, you're in S1. Alrighty. So, first things first. We have to set the setting. So the setting here is this is very far along on the timeline of the United States sort of falling away from the glory that it once was. Okay, let's say it's the hypothetical future year of, I don't know, 2028. Okay. And like in America, there has been a clear separation of representation between the people and the judicial powers in the government. Okay. Good evening, Pink Eye. I like your old music videos from your other channel. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, that was totally me. So, you know, in America, there has hypothetically been several small skirmishes and fights for territory and supplies and, power and control to structure the future of what people deem to be their version of America or the sovereign state that they live in. So essentially, let's have a look at what some of those factions might look like in this hypothetical scenario. And so, now I can bring up the fucking goddamn map that I was fighting so hard to try and bring up. Screen share. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Can I just do... I don't want to do the whole fucking screen. There we go. Oh my god. It's perfect. Look at that. So, here we got a map of ye ol' USA. All right. Let's see here. I need to make my webcam a little smaller. Let's do that. There we go. That'll work. Got to make sure the iFunny watermark. Yeah, the JPEG returneth. Fucking. And without absolutely fucking up the entire stream. What do you mean you can't see the map? Yes, you can, you liar. I'm looking at the fucking map right now. Don't fuck with me. Can y'all see the map? Be honest. Where's the color legend? Why is California purple? I don't fucking know, all right? I got this from eBay, all right? This is an eBay JPEG. Oh, my God. You guys are killing me. Who needs enemies when you have friends like this? Hold on, let me look at the... I'm looking at the stream right now. Don't lie to me, Rebel Spirit. You guys suck. I'm looking at the stream right now. I can see it perfect. All right. Anyway, so let's have a look at this shit. Silly Stuffy Bones, $5. He says, Southeast is going to get real loud and messy. It's hot, humid, and full of people that hate each other. Some for better reasons than others. Which we will talk about. We will absolutely talk about. Is it hard to see? Should I make it bigger? Okay, I'll make it bigger. Daddy will make it bigger for you. Don't worry. Listen, you might not be able to read everything, okay? Like, I'm sorry if you can't. I don't know what to fucking tell you, okay? I'm using the free version of Streamlabs because I haven't figured out how to, like, set up, what's the shit? StreamYard yet. But I will do that eventually because it is the superior streaming platform. Anyway, so let's have a look at, some of the hypothetical factions that will split up. So first things first, let's do the big. Um, oh, what the fuck? Hold on, we got a question here. Han Timing. He says, OG, I made a cash donation asking about your thoughts on night vision, and you never responded. Well, I will respond right now. Well, what was the question? So I can answer it more accurately. Sometimes these things happen, okay? And I'm sorry. Why is Alaska so small? To fit it on the map, bro. I don't think Hawaii is that big compared to Alaska. I think you could fit like 100 Hawaiis in Alaska. Anyway, while you are submitting your question, Han, um, let's have a look at like how I think, because legitimately, I think, well, I can't say legitimately, in this hypothetical, okay, there is, in my opinion, a strong chance in this hypothetical that America would balkanize, okay? I really think it would. If there was a very clear and um, like objective dissolution of trust between, the what would be the hypothetical federal GOV and the people, you know what I'm saying? And there was this open conflict and shit like that. Fucking, I think that it would absolutely come to pass that America would balkanize. Okay. So I think, like, if we're going to talk about drawing borders or anything like that, can I draw on here? Is that a thing I can do? How do I do that? I want to draw. Oh my goodness. Yes, bro. Yes. Let's fucking go. Oh, perfect. Fantastic. Okay. So, if we're going to draw lines here, can I change the color? Can I do that? How do I do that? I want to change the fucking color. What is... Get that shit out of here. Oh my god. Alright, oh, here we go. So, let's use blue. Or here, we're going to use pink. We're going to start with the most important color. Okay, and this is going to be Goonsville, USA. So in this hypothetical, okay, there's going to be warring states that, god damn it, let me fucking zoom in, you ass. All right, never mind. So in this hypothetical, there's going to be warring states, and I don't think it's going to be states in the sense of like how the Civil War was back in the 1800s. I think it would be like, erase that shit, dog. Erase it right now. That's fucking gosh damn worthless. All right, whatever. I don't think it's going to be like warring states like, oh yes, fucking Oklahoma versus Kansas. I do think that there is some state pride that would separate itself. Like automatically, I think Texas would stand alone. But we'll get there in a second. We're gonna start in the heart of Askrakistan. And OG figures out how to stream 2026. Yeah, I'm still figuring this shit out, man. So we got Askrakistan, okay, or rather Goonsville, USA. Okay, Goonsville, USA would definitely be Indiana. Okay, parts of Illinois. Michigan's a weird one. I would say maybe parts of Michigan, because in Michigan, like once you get out of the southern portion, maybe besides Detroit, it is just like nothing. Like from here up, there's just nothing. Like the upper half, including the UP, there's just not shit up there. Like I recently took a trip up to Sulaks, which is right about here, right about there, right on the border. And that town was like there was like 2,000 people in it, and the entire city was stuck in like 1999. There's not much there worth, you know, giving a fuck about. And then Wisconsin and Ohio, I think would stand alone, genuinely speaking. So I think Goonsville, USA, would look like this. Okay, it would be like this. Uh huh. Tracing ability on full display here. Damn, I'm good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. There you go. That's Goonsville, USA. Purely like, so let's kind of break this down a little bit. All right. So, oh, there's an eraser right here. Holy shit. Perfect. Why didn't I do that sooner? Why didn't you guys tell me that? Anyway, so we got Goonsville, USA here. So let's kind of break this down. Um, listen, Chicago is getting walled off, like legitimately. Like I don't want nobody wants anything to do with Chicago. This hellhole right here can fucking stay the way it is. Northwest Indiana, like AKA Gary, and Chicago, they can suffer together. Okay, I don't want nothing to fucking do with them. When I'm a warlord in this hypothetical scenario, they're like the first order of operations is making sure that fucking Chicago and Gary have nothing to do with the rest of the great state of Goonsville, USA. I want nothing to do with them. And Illinois, okay, the rest of Illinois, I think would be happy to have nothing to do with Chicago. I think people in Illinois can agree that Chicago just oh yeah, and wherever the fuck Springfield is, somewhere in here. So let's fix that real quick. Springfield's definitely not that big, but you get the idea. Oh my god. Fuck off. It's definitely not that big, but you get the idea. Springfield's an interesting case because it would theoretically it needs in order for Springfield to live and survive in this brave new world, they basically have like two options. Like you're going to have to find someone else to take care of you, which like Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Tennessee, like none of these fucking people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, we're buddies. We're friends with Chicago or Springfield." Like I can't see that happening. I mean, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it wouldn't be just like they would come to their rescue. You know what I mean? So, yeah. This is Goonsville, USA right here. Headed by me. All right. Wholesome Chungus Warlord OG. Just do the Berlin Wall. Yeah, right. Right here. Right here. Right in this blue area. And then let's have a look. We'll do We'll do... none of these colors are going to fucking work. We'll do yellow. Fuck it. Ohio? Ohio is one of those states that will stand alone. Okay. Ohio will become its own sovereign territory. You cannot control Ohio. Ohio is like Afghanistan. The people, the culture, the land, there's like, for one, there's like hardly anything of note there that leverages itself to be beneficial. And but rather it's just the strong community and people there would be like, yep, this is a hill I'll fucking die on. Nobody wants it. It's all Ohio. It's not all Ohio. Ohio just has Ohio. I think Ohio is fine with just being Ohio. Ohio would just want to be left alone. That's the thing. Ohio would the Goonsville, USA occupation, you know, we would you know, take like some southern portions of Michigan just out of convenience, you know, like maybe they just don't want to be a part of whatever the fuck is going on up here. So they would join Goonsville, USA to be better protected because there's hardly anybody in Michigan. Which we're going to do Michigan next. But yeah, this is like, Ohio is fucking hyper isolationist, all right? They're fucking they're like dynasty people, which is fine. They're mostly aliens anyway. Pull your mic down to your mouth. What the fuck do you mean you can't hear me? How can you not hear me? I'm fucking screaming right now. I'll turn it up a little bit. Is that better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I don't want to change the mic settings, so we're going to leave it at that. Turn your volume up. Ohio still has a river access and a lot of lake frontage. Will be fine. Okay, so yeah. Take it from a real Ohio person. Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio. Swag. Ohio is going to fucking stand alone. And it will be just fine by itself. Let's look at Wisconsin and Michigan. This is an interesting one, I think. I think we'll go purple because Wisconsin's already purple. Wisconsin will... Minnesota is an interesting one. Because Minnesota has... what's that one shitty city there that everyone fucking hates? Is it St. Louis? That's not St. No, it's not. Minneapolis. It's Minneapolis. So, where the fuck is Minneapolis at? I legitimately can't remember where Minneapolis is. Is it in the middle of the state? I need to look it up. Where is Minneapolis? Okay, so it's right by Wisconsin. Wow, okay. So, I think a good amount of Minnesota would be willing to join the Wisconsin front because, like Ohio, Wisconsin is fucking insane. So they would... Damn, I gotta rewrite this. Hold on. Wisconsin would look like this. They would be on the warpath for Minnesota, and they would take it. Willingly they would take it. But they would, again, like Springfield, they would annex Minnesota. Or, I'm sorry, Minneapolis. Minneapolis would stand alone. And there would be that. And I'm going to be honest with you, Michigan folks, I'm sorry, but it's true. They're taking the UP. The UP is getting claimed in this hypothetical. I genuinely think so. They're just going to be like, I stole that shit. That's what I do. I stole that shit. And Michigan can't really do much about it because there's like 13 people up in this area of Michigan. You're nuts. Wisconsin is nothing but seniors that can't do shit. I don't know about that. Like, I genuinely don't know about that. The same could be said with, like, Upper Michigan. Which, this is a great time to talk about Michigan now. So, Michigan, same deal. Fuck, that's not going to work. We'll do yellow. So, Michigan, they're saying, fuck Detroit. Detroit can eat shit and die. And they're going to just have... The 14 people that are there, they're just going to be like, you know what? Just let us have this land and this port, and we'll be fine with that. And they don't care about losing this part. Goonsville, USA will take this part. And they'll be fine with that because they can't do any, because they have to trek across all of this if Goonsville, USA does the land grab during the wintertime when it's convenient for them down here, the motherfuckers up here will just be in like 14 feet of snow and can't do anything. They can't get down there fast enough. But we'll have open trade offers. You know what I mean? Like we'll take care of them. We have more favorable farmland between Indiana and Illinois that Upper Michigan, New Michigan, although smaller, will be fed, and they'll handle the fucking the port operations from Canada. It'll be better. Bro, the UP is falling in the first hour. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Wisconsin's just gonna take it, bro. Like, it's not even gonna be fair. It won't be fair. So, this is another question put forth. Oh shit! Hold on. Larva, $5. He says Michigan might try to reclaim the Toledo Strip, but they'll lose. Ohio will hold the line. That's what I'm saying. Ohio is like impenetrable. It's literally it's the Afghanistan. It's the Middle East. Like, here's the middle, here's East. Middle East, right here. Ohio is Afghanistan. Omni Brian, I just pulled in what's going on. We're talking about the hypothetical balkanization of the United States and what it would look like and how it would go down. And we're getting ready to discuss factions. So, if we're talking about warlords and stuff like that, who would be the warlord king? Because obviously I'm claiming as the sole gun tuber worth a fuck. That's very prideful. The sole gun tuber worth a fuck in Indiana. I would have my council. I would join forces. Bones would be my like sergeant of arms, okay? And then like the only other gun tuber that I know of that's in Indiana is like Mac, Military Arms Channel. But he's kind of too old. You know, I think he would just retire by this point. So, like, he might be lucky. He might be lucky to be like a mayor or some shit to lead. Or he would just, you know, fall into, what do you call it? He would just hide. Not hide, but like, you know, just not get involved, which is fine. Omni Brian, the king of Florida. Yeah. No, you're gonna have a fucking a trading empire out of Florida, which we'll talk about. We will talk about. Jiwat is Ayatollah of where? I don't know where Jiwat's from. I can't remember. He's in Texas, right? Yeah. So in my cabinet, okay, in my cabinet, it would be me. It would be Bones, and then I don't think there's anybody else. Honestly, Bones would be my vice president. He'd be the vice president of Goonsville, USA. Um, and then Michigan. This is Soteria land. Okay, Soteria land is Michigan. All right, and that's why we would have such a good partnership. We would help. Okay, we would supply manpower if need be. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like one of those. What would you say? Like this is basically like we have like a NATO agreement where we just look out for each other. You know what I mean? And Ohio's just there. Ohio's just scary as fuck, and we just would make sure not to piss them off. So, oh man, call sign Florida. The real warlord of Balkanized USA would originate from Texas, Florida, or the ghost of Vicky Weaver. But I mean, just logistically speaking, there would be so much distrust between all of everyone here, and communications would be so sporadic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be hard. It would be very hard for there to be just one to rule them all. You know what I'm saying? That's why it would have to kind of be split up into these like smaller sections. If it's not just states on its own. But in Ohio, I don't know who the warlord of Ohio would be. To be honest, who's in Ohio? Is there anybody in Ohio that has some say, has some swag or anything like that? While you guys answer that, let's move on. Um, Flyover states. Okay. Ohio doesn't need one. Yeah, Ohio would just be tribals. They would just turn into just tribal madness. But let's talk about these flyover states. So, for the flyover states, I think let's see here. Let's get a color going. We'll do green. For most of Missouri, okay, I think Kentucky would partner with like southern Missouri. Michigan belongs to the Longhouse. All right, roger that. So Missouri would belong to part of Missouri would go to Kentucky just so that Kentucky could have some adequate farmland. And Tennessee. This is like the southern regions, you would see some of them join together and so you would see some of them fucking I think stand alone. Like Florida I think would stand alone. It would be the trade empire. You know what I'm saying? The southern trade empire. It would also just be very hard to invade. If Georgia and Alabama for some reason wanted to invade, Florida is just like they have the home field advantage. All right. Motherfuckers in Georgia and Alabama ain't ready for the Florida Glades. They would just get fucking murked. It would be embarrassing. So, but we'll address that here in a minute. Um, so I think Missouri would look like this. Okay, man, I'm thinking maybe Missouri would want to join the Goonsville, Goonsville, USA, and Iowa. Honestly, just because they're so sparse. You know what I'm saying? We got the people. You know what I'm saying? We got the leadership. Iowa and Missouri, there's like again like 14 people in each state. Any cannibal warlords yet? They're in Ohio. That's what I'm saying. Like they're psychopaths there. So let's see here. I think North Dakota and South Dakota are definitely gonna unify. They're definitely gonna unify, which is beautiful. We love that. But for Iowa, I'm not sure. I think they would be fine by themselves. They'd be like, yeah, just don't fuck with us. And honestly, through my political prowess as president of Goonsville, USA, I'm gonna offer, you know, that they would join Goonsville, USA. I would say Missouri and and Iowa. I'll agree that the South can have part of Missouri. Oh shit! Don't want. Okay, yeah, fuck it. That's fine. They can have part of that, and we're taking Iowa. That's ours. Yes, I like that. I think that's great. Let's do the easy one. Okay, we'll address the easy one here, and we'll talk about Texas. So obviously, Texas is going to have all of itself. They're going to have a strong presence on the southern border. And fucking. But I think they're going to struggle with New Mexico. They'll say, you know what? Fuck New Mexico. God damn it. But they're going to take Oklahoma. And I would say Kansas. They're going to want to join because Kansas ain't got a whole lot going on either. They'll leave Missouri to the southeast. Why the fuck is it doing that? Quit fucking doing that. Boom, boom. And honestly, Texas is crazy enough. They're going to take Arkansas. And they're going to leave Louisiana. They don't fuck with swamps. So there you go. This is New Texas. New Texas makes up like a quarter of the new balkanized United States. Swamp Moss says, a strong man with oil money will unite the Gulf South. That's what I'm saying. Like, Texas is such a superpower already on its own. I think that they're going to very easily invite in, or Kansas and Oklahoma and Arkansas are going to look at Texas and be like, yeah, we want to be a part of that. Because by themselves, they don't have shit. I think like Ohio, honestly, like Ohio, Louisiana is going to say, don't fuck with us. They're going to say, you guys are on your own. We fuck y'all. They ain't going to want nothing to do with it. Larva shooting video. Texas takes LA, oh my God, Louisiana to control the Mississippi River. But here's the thing. If Texas were to take on Louisiana for control, I think just from a manpower standpoint, they would have to give up the entire southern border. And that's something that they're not willing to do. Well, Riot, I think, honestly... Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't read your other one. You're forgetting the great meeting zone of peace of the great great of Yakub's children at the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. We will get there. But honestly, I think Louisiana, like Florida, is going to be such a powerhouse, which we'll just go ahead and put that off by itself. Louisiana, like Florida, has just the terrain advantage, okay? And like undying loyalty that they're not going to want to join Texas, and they're not going to want to join the other inland southern states. Florida will be so strong on itself. Like Florida is going to be like fucking China, where it's extremely hard to invade, and they're just like a trading powerhouse because of their coastal access, like Texas. But Texas is going to have their hands full right freaking here. Okay. This area right here. This is going to be like an ongoing war front right here. And they're going to have their hands full that they're going to be like, you know what? Fuck Louisiana. Because Louisiana doesn't have shit anyway. So let's have a look now at the southern states on the eastern half. We'll do green. Yeah, we'll do green. Okay. So, I think so obviously DC is going to be like Fed Mecca. All right. So they're going to have strong power on their own. Lots of assets there, lots of protection. But through the unification of the other states, they're going to be basically fucking surrounded. Except for maybe the East Coast. The East Coast is going to be like New England. But we'll get there in a second. So, I think Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, the rest of Virginia, North Carolina. You would see this massive unification here. This is what people mean when the South will rise. Is like this right here, these southern states unifying. Like they obviously, I think there would still be some, what would you say, patriotism to their own state, but due to a unified agreement of like, you know, Southern hospitality or whatever, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, we work together. Like this is like Europe, right here, where they're just together. This is like the new balkanized NATO, right here. Louisiana and Florida wouldn't want to join. Louisiana just because they're stubborn motherfuckers. Florida because they have, you know, they don't want to answer to everybody else, but they have, you know, they basically cannot, like, they would be like, well, fine, we'll just invade. They'll be like, go ahead, try to invade, you know, New Florida. We fucking dare you. And they would fail. Even with all these people, they would fucking fail. It would be a fucking nightmare. Okay. It would be a nightmare. Oh yeah. And this portion right here. Hold on. The southern part of Missouri would join Texas. Yeah. So, yeah, this is when the South will rise. This is what it'll look like. They're gonna unify like fucking crazy militarized hillbillies, and I can't blame them for it. I really can't. Yeah, DC is obviously gonna be like I said, the Federalis fucking hellhole, along with, which we'll go ahead and do now, like the part of the United States that will be like, we're the real Supreme Emperor. How do you say it backwards? Permert, Supreme Emperor Permert is going to be like, okay, so they got DC, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, probably Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New York. I know people are like, oh, upstate New. No, they're not going to do anything. They're already compromised. They wouldn't be able to fight it. Pennsylvania, I feel like most so we'll do this. We'll include Pennsylvania in that. However, I think there would be a very real so we'll do it like this. Pennsylvania will be like Syria. Okay. Where it would be constantly fought over. Ohio will want nothing to do with them. Ohio might send mercenaries of their own free will to help Pennsylvania and the South as well. But Pennsylvania, like, Federales ain't gonna let it go. I would not be surprised. You know what I mean? Because I think Pennsylvania has a lot of like Middle East good intentions, but unfortunately they're just surrounded. They're fucking surrounded by all these shitty other states. They share a border with Ohio and partially with the new Southern Empire, but they would see a lot of focus here because, if they lose Pennsylvania, then it's like a huge foothold that basically splits off the East Coast. Vermont and Maine. I think Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Let's see here. Actually, Vermont, that might, yeah. Honestly, this would be like another battle. This would be a battleground over here. I think Maine, generally speaking, would be okay for the most part. But Vermont and Maine, or I'm sorry, Vermont and New Hampshire, that would be another, like, fought over territory. They wouldn't want to give it up. It'd be a massive conflict zone. Don't tell Mom I'm on the Penn front. Yeah, no, Pennsylvania would literally be Syria. It would be nuts. It would be fucking nuts. Like, people in New York would, like, defect. Like, the people who don't want to be a part of the federal regime, hypothetically, would defect to Pennsylvania to try and join in on the effort. To try and just be a part of this over here. You know what I'm saying? In some way. But they're just so close to home that it would be like, or, so close to the Fed home that it would be really difficult. I think. Vote for the New South to enslave the East Coast. Yeah, Art. No, I agree with you, Art. But I think just because of, like, this freedom of maneuver that the Fed has on the East Coast, they're so separated that it would be extremely hard. I think Maine would help, but, like, they're already so isolated that they don't really have a whole lot of movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're cut off completely between New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Like, it would be fucking insane. Maine would be worried about, like, fucking naval issues from Delaware, Maryland, and New Jersey. It would be a very real very real struggle. Sean Foster, New Jersey here. Would I be taken as a refugee, or would you rather I stay and be a spy? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, in these areas, like, the people that want to defect would have to either do so completely or just accept that they are so massively outnumbered that, like, they would just have to conduct hypothetical espionage. But I think it would sort of be like, in the grand scheme of things, I think their assets would be better spent elsewhere to ensure that this right here doesn't get any bigger. You know what I mean? There would have to be talks between the tribes of Ohio, the 12 tribes of Ohio, and Goonsville, USA, and the New Southern Republic, okay, and New Texas. Like it would have to be a joint effort to secure this. It would be nuts. It would be fucking nuts. But like I said, Texas has the southern border to worry about. Goonsville, USA, has Chicago and Springfield to worry about. Like, and then also just having to worry about the this blue area fucking sending over like espionage and spies and shit like that to try and disrupt operations that go on inside of these other new balkanized areas. It would be an ongoing struggle. They just have the technology and the assets at their disposal. Ohio would basically just cannibalize anybody who isn't a part of them that comes in. So that's why they would be okay. Because they're just, like I said, they're basically Afghanistan. They're fucking insane. So yeah. I think that's a good lay of the land on the eastern side. Eastern half. G-Tarded for $5, he says, some more slop funds, my lord. Don't forget they can use data centers to poison our water supply. Also, opinion on Canik. I think the hypothetical centers would be immediately fucking flattened in one way or another. Once this balkanization happens, those would be like a high priority, how would you say, target? As far as Canik goes, I've said before in a much earlier stream, when I was ranking every pistol that I've ever had, I've had a Canik Mete SF, and it was actually one of my favorite pistols to shoot, for a striker-fired gun. I'm excited. I think that Canik USA has a lot of promise, and a lot of staying power, but they just don't have the time in the market to sort of have like the reputation that they're going to be long-standing and reliable. I think they are reliable. I just think that they're kind of the new kid on the block right now. So people getting into it early, I genuinely think they're just like a great budget option. It's awesome. They're great. So, I'm willing to freaking I enjoy shooting them. So let me redo this section right here. There we go. Okay. So, we got the eastern half figured out. So, just working on the East Coast, we have the Resistance Northeast right here, where they have favorable people in Maine, but Vermont and New Hampshire are going to be battleground states. Pennsylvania would absolutely also be a battleground state. The East Coast, otherwise, is basically like New World Order fucking hellhole. All right. And then outside of that, the rest of the East Coast would be able to unify and become the new Southern Empire. Florida would stand alone because it wants to maintain its status commercially and through trade, geographically, It doesn't want to lose its power. So it would stand alone, but it would be obviously open and willing to trade with its allies in the Southern Empire, as well as anybody else. Louisiana, they're just stubborn and insane, kind of like Ohio. They would want to stand alone, and they would go basically uncontested from New Texas. New Texas would have its hands absolutely full with the southern border, but it would also unify with Kansas, half of Missouri, Arkansas, and Oklahoma because they would just join forces to be the greater Texas area. Goonsville, USA would be most of Indiana, most of Illinois, most of Missouri, as well as Iowa. We would welcome Iowa in. Obviously, we would have partnership with what's left of Michigan. Oh shit! I didn't include that part. There we go. Would be most of Michigan, what's left of it. The northern empire being Minnesota and Wisconsin, they would take the UP from Michigan immediately, day one. And they would also fucking offer their strongest warriors to help secure Minnesota as well as wall off Minneapolis. And Ohio would just stand alone. Ohio is just, like I said, Afghanistan of the Middle East. They're just a cannibal tribal state that doesn't hardly fuck with anybody. Like this is basically like a no travel zone. Goonsville, USA, you traveled through Ohio at your own risk. Like if we're sending mercenaries to help with the Pennsylvania front, they got to go through Kentucky and West Virginia. Ohio is just too dangerous. It's simply too dangerous. And then up here we have fucking basically the technocratic New World Order states. They would fucking battle over Pennsylvania, they would battle over Vermont and New Hampshire. And fucking securing Pennsylvania would be prerogative number 1, and then Vermont and New Hampshire would be prerogative number 2. Because basically it would just be to try and divide this. But unfortunately, their influence over the East Coast would be too strong. They just have naval capabilities and other fucking inhuman assets that it would just pulling off Pennsylvania would be like good enough. Maine and Vermont would be this would be a war of attrition up here. If Vermont and New Hampshire fall, Maine's next. 100%. So, let's have a look at the western states. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So, we'll start in the south. So obviously, nobody's going to touch Hawaii. Just Hawaii's going to get their wish. They're going to be by themselves. They can be their own people again. So, good on them. Alaska would probably also become isolationist. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have their own conflict to worry about, which I'll elaborate here in a second. Alaska would have to worry about 2 fronts. Okay. 2 very, very real fronts. And that is on this side here, including these islands. They would have to worry about this side over here as well as this side over here. This over here would be like Alaska would be another like battle. Okay. It would be an like very big opportunity for some big players. And fucking what I mean by that is that the western half of Alaska would have to worry about Russia influence and Russia infiltration, and the eastern half would have to worry about Canada, aka Chinese influence. Alaska would be like very under siege, very much under siege. Honestly, if enough, if there was enough of an effort, we would lose Alaska, like legitimately. Alaska would be lost. I genuinely believe that, but it would be hard. It would be very hard because it's because they're so isolated. Hold on, let's read chat here for a second. Because we got some good shit going on here. Montucky Mountain people been waiting for this. Yeah, Eastern Washington, Eastern Oregon, Northern Nevada, Utah. Okay, yes. I'll get to that in a second. The powers that be do not want me watching. Keeps buffering every 5 seconds. Yeah, many such cases. Literally the lore of Fallout 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Alaska would be like one of the first to go. It's an opportunity. It would become opportunistic. Once there's like no federalis response for Alaska, it's gone. Like the existing military there would turn Alaska like between them and the people there, they would have to fight whatever the fuck Canada and any outside nation throw at it from the coast. It would be nuts. What if Alaska learns how to weaponize polar bears? Then they would have a much better chance. How does one pick a side when all sides are fucking fake and gay? I don't know. Lesser evil, I guess. This map looks like it was drawn by somebody from Gary, Indiana. Listen. No. Not from Gary. I'm on team this guy. Yeah, there you go. What happened to Georgia? I wasn't here. Georgia joined the Greater Southern Empire. So Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, basically, and Tennessee, all unified to be the Greater Southern Empire. They would still have their states, but together they would have like an agreement. It'd be like the Great Southern like peace deal. It would be like new NATO for the South. They'd be a massive contender. So yeah, that's what happened down there. Can people from Gary read and write? No, only like 30%. I have my sources. I made it up. We doing Red Dawn theory? Yes, that's basically what's going on here. Alaska becomes Russia probably. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Russia would be like one of the first, or I'm sorry, I think Alaska would be like gone. It would be gone very quickly. There's just not enough people up there. And if it was just done during a season of like easy maneuver, it's over. They just don't have the defenses that they need. I guess I'd have to fight for Florida since I'm here, but they still have the FRT banned, so it's gay. Well, the new Florida Empire might be able to work on that for you. There would be bloody fighting all over the Colorado River. California would go to war with the rest of the Southwest to secure water. Yes, that's why I was like leaving the West for last, because the West would be very interesting. there would be a lot of sabotage of Californian water infrastructure. Sophisticated Sonic, $5. He says, spending time visiting my parents tonight, but I just wanted to say hi and God bless OG. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the quality content. Keep up the good work. I'm going to do my best. Thank you. Battle for the Hoover Dam inevitable. Yeah, literally living out the fucking Fallout timeline. Oh, we got a special guest in the chat. We're gonna fucking change cameras here so you guys can see. We got motherfucking Yuka. Say hi, Yuka. You say hi, meow. Say something. Say meow. All right, never mind. The Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas conglomerate will rule you all. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, they would be a force to be reckoned with. Gary, Indiana is one of the saddest cities in America. I think it's the saddest, actually. It's like literally top 10. Pantera Republic will be the Greater South. Or wait, Pantera Republic will be the Greater South. Will be the Texas faction's name. Okay. Pantera Republic. California getting deleted. Well, SoCal, NorCal will be fine. West will become a wall along with the Rockies. Jim Eagle, it will be fucking hostile. Hell yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yuka. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Your foot was caught. Okay. Let's get back to it. I'm actually going to take a piss real quick. So I will be right back. Right after this brief commercial message. Okay. You could chill the fuck out, man. I'm gonna grab my water. Hold on. Buddy. I got the water. I got my water. Okay. All right. Water break. Hydrate. Okay. Let's get back to it. Okay. So, looking at the western half, because this is where shit gets pretty fucking interesting, I think. Okay. So, let's see here. So the desert states would be fucking sucking. Okay. Well, let's start in the south. Let's start in the south. New Mexico and Arizona. Because New Texas acquired Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas, they might be able to help and secure New Mexico and Arizona. But again, the problem is right here. There would be opportunistic people who want to seize this area right here. Okay. But Texas by itself would not be able to like worry about its own borders as well as New Mexico and Arizona. Okay. So I think, honestly, honestly, blue, by the way, blue is like the for the balkanized lands. The blue is like people who are basically not favorable to these new friendly balkanized areas. Ohio's a weird one, but they're just isolationist. It's different. Okay. Um, I unfortunately think that people would take advantage of this newfound chaos. Okay. And through just like open, it would be open season all through here. Okay. For people to be opportunists to try and secure land, to secure money and power, resources, assets, yada yada. This is where like real warlords would pop up, is in this area. Okay. So I think, unfortunately, like, I think Colorado would be controlled by New World Order people, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Just for protection, purely for protection. But the onslaught of Arizona and New Mexico, they wouldn't be able to withstand it. They would not be able to withstand it. So let's see, what color should we use for that? Um, um we'll use yellow. Fuck it. So, yeah, it would be bigger than that actually. Like Southern California, I think. Damn it, I fucking hate it when it does that. Let's see here. We'll just do this. Excuse me. Damn. So, New Mexico. I don't even know why I'm drawing there. It doesn't matter. Arizona. Part of Utah. I'd say part of Nevada and much of Southern California. This area down here is going to be genuine warlord territory right here. And I think because they have the logistical power of and freedom of maneuver of Mexico, that these states, even though they do struggle with infrastructure and stuff like that, like water and shit like that, they would be fine. It's just these areas would be fucking ransacked. They would be ran through. You would see like a mass exodus of people from New Mexico, Arizona to the Texas Republic, to Panteristan. Okay. I think that name's better, by the way, Panteristan. They would flee to Panteristan. So, like, yeah, unfortunately, this shit's the Southwest is fallen. Um, Over here in California, this area right here, and we'll say yeah, we'll say California for sure. Conflict zone. Not against necessarily the people here, but from the people here. You know what I mean? Like the New Mexico would try to expand rapidly, but there would be a strong foothold and support in California that there would be a lot of resistance here. Okay. Nevada is just worthless, basically a travel state. Like, I mean, there's Vegas. Vegas would be a hub, but unfortunately, there's just not much else there until you get to the northern portion. So we'll include that in this graph as well, or in this map. Um, Central California, the Valley. Okay, uh, that is going to be a free zone. Okay, including the Bay Area, favorable to the eastern half or to the eastern coast. Northern California, especially once you get to uh what the fuck is it called? Like the Deadly Triangle or something like that. Like okay, so yeah, this is a cool part up here. We'll do pink again. Fuck it. So you would see something like this. Boop 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 boo. Doo, doo, doo. Oh yeah, the big unification over here. Fucking Nebraska's part of it too. Um, yeah, Utah's not invited. You'd see something like this. Right there. So, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, perhaps. Nebraska can go 50-50. It would either join like here, we'll go ahead and we'll do this. Nebraska could go either way. It could join the it could join Greater Dakota. It could join fucking the Wisconsin fucking Republic. It could join Goonsville, USA. It could join Panteristan. It ain't joining New World Order, Colorado. It won't. It won't. Which, that being said, their southern border right here, again, conflict zone because of New Mexico. Utah, the upper portion of Utah, like, I think it's just because it's so desolate, you would see people flee from Utah to Colorado, or they would flee north and join. What did homie call it over here? Jeffersontown or some shit like that. Yeah, like they would flee. So the people that are favorable to the New World Order, they would join New World Order Colorado, or the people that favor the new Balkistan, they would go north and try and seek refuge, and then they would have freedom of maneuver to go anywhere they want. But they can't go south. They can't go west. They would have to either go east and run into this favorable territory for the blue, or they would have to go north and join this greater empire up here. I think Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana are definitely on the same side. There's people in Washington and Oregon that are definitely favorable. However, there's also a strong presence there because of the coast. But Northern California would put up a fucking massive fight, and I think gain the people that are favorable in Southern Oregon, and they would kind of be able to isolate this little area like this, and it would be like there would just be lines there. There might be conflicts, land disputes all through here. I think land disputes all right there. For sure. Absolutely. Just like how there would be disputes all through here. There'd be an ongoing occupation to try and take the rest of Nevada, to take the rest of California. You know what I'm saying? Like it would leach into everything. This would be a massive front right here. But once they get into territory that isn't just open desert, where they already had strong control, that's where they run into resistance. So it would just be basically they would just have to wall it off, create like a strong border right there. But you'd also see, I think, some confliction here. This would be like a triple front. This is a triple frontier right here. Right as you get into Northern California. It would this right here, this entire area right here would be fucking crazy. Like genuinely. The fucking Northwest, the Northwest Empire would have to send a lot of fucking reinforcements to secure this southern portion right here because of the freedom maneuver that New Mexico would have and the ongoing effort for expansion of NWO California. This would be like a losing battle right here. Like this is they're so cut off that like you know what I'm saying? Like the reason they gave up most of this right here simply because they can't feed everybody down there. They wouldn't be able to. You know what I'm saying? They would just let these areas assimilate into New Mexico just because it's just like, well, the blue New World Order state fucking wouldn't be able to feed and water these people. So they would either defect and join New Mexico or they would flee. They would just give it up. And there would just be this small subsection right here where there's just a little bit of fucking but this right here would be again a war of attrition. This would be like not gonna last. you know. And it's primarily because the northern portion got secured. All right. It got secured by the joint effort of Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. And the ideological the Northern Californians were ideologically aligned with this tri-state, union to secure Southern Oregon and Northern California. It was beneficial for everybody. So yeah. So let's see here. See if there's anything I'm missing here. What do you think, chat? Am I missing anything? In the meantime, let's have a look at chat. Let's see who's here. T97, what's up? Are we doing exercise because of that super mega state poll on Reddit a few days ago? I don't know. I don't go on Reddit. What made you think Missouri would split? One, because I don't have a whole lot of geographical knowledge of Missouri. But also, I think that basically the expansion of Goonsville, USA and Panteristan, basically, it would just be like, well, like, who do you want to join? You know what I'm saying? It could go any way. Honestly, this would be another, like, battleground state. Not battleground in the sense of, like, they would fight over it, but it would just be like, who do you want to join? You know what I'm saying? I think that just genuinely speaking, like, there's more people who have familiar ties with Iowa and Illinois and northern Missouri, so they just joined Goonsville. It was just out of habit. They just said, "Yeah, we'll do that." And then the southern portion, having family, Kansas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, they just said, "Fuck it, we'll join Panteristan." Southern Idaho would push south to defend. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Utah would be, but Utah would be interesting, I think, just because it is so much desert. Obviously, I know northern portions, it's a little bit different, but I think you would just see a mass exodus from Utah. Mass Mormon exodus. Um, who controls the space lasers? Lasers, that would be the blue areas. They control the space lasers. Uh, fucking is this balkanized USA? Which region is Serbia? Um, who would be Serbia? Michigan. Michigan is Serbia. Remanifest the West. They've squandered much of it. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like, look at what's going on here. There is so much shit going on in the West. Like, you see an expansion of free states, a conflict zones of states that are, areas that are basically cut off, except for maybe on the north up here. But you have people who are ideologically favorable in Northern California that would want to join these other states and Oregon as well. So this would be like this. I think this front line right here would fall pretty quickly, pretty quickly. Like it like all of Oregon, I think, would eventually be like just secured. But it would be a conflict, a line of conflict. Um, and as this area right here gets pressured too much, I think it's gonna fall to New Mexico eventually, as well as the rest of Utah and potentially Colorado. So you would see this unification. You would see this unification of the upper half of the United States to basically try and hold the line right here in these states: Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and would have to have a joint effort with Panteristan to try and slowly push these lines back to secure these states again. It would be bloody. But I think eventually there would be a peace deal struck where they said, you know what? You can have New Mexico, you could have Arizona, and you could have Southern California. We take back Utah, Colorado, and the rest of California and Nevada. And I think that would be like, okay, you got it. Strike a trade deal, be done with it. And then these areas, I think, this new the new PNW essentially, this lines would fall, done. This line, done. And then they would just assimilate Nevada, Utah, and Colorado. Nebraska, like I said, I don't know where the fuck Nebraska would go. They could join Goonsville. They could join Dakota. I don't give a fuck. They could join Panteristan. I don't give a fuck. They could go anyway. Nebraska's Nebraska. There's like 14 people there anyway. USA biggest chads on earth, boy. Yeah, you ain't lying, dog. Watch in reality, Texas goes on the offense and takes over Mexico. Yeah, that ain't gonna fucking happen. I fucking strongly doubt that one. Like I said before, late to the party. Not sure what you said about Minnesota, but North Dakota and South Dakota, Montana and Iowa would envelop Minnesota. Has the Twin Cities, which is big, but they'd never stand against 4 states. Yeah. Yeah, Minnesota, I'm not sure. I feel like they would kind of want to join Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Wisconsin would be on the warpath for the UP. So once that's secured, which would take like, this would take 20 minutes, and then they just got to put like 4 people right here on the bridge across to the UP up to like Sault Ste. Marie. They just put 4 people on that bridge, and then Michigan's just like, okay, never mind. Fucking. And then the rest of the Dakotas, I don't know. Like I said, I think Dakotas would, in an early move, unify, and they would stand alone, but still be favorable to the rest of the other areas. Generally speaking. Generally speaking. So that's why I'm like, I don't think like Minnesota would be like a point of contention necessarily. I just think like, geographically, it would make sense for them to join forces this way and not this way. Let's see here. Thinking there's anything worth taking in Mexico? Yeah, really though. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why? Why would you want that? Hey, why does Poncho have a head hole, but the Poncho liner doesn't? Classic military move, TBH. What's your take? Yeah, dude, honestly, why doesn't the fucking Whoopee have a head hole? What is the point? Like, I understand you could just, like, you tie the Whoopee to the poncho, and then it's just like, oh, waterproof blanket. What if I want to wear it, dog? Like, what if I can't wrap that shit around me? Like, it would literally be as simple as just, like, a slit with, you know, sew the fucking sides or whatever, kind of like a buttonhole. Throw that bitch over, and then you have an insulated poncho for when it's cold and it's raining. Oh, my God. I'm writing that down. Sault Ste. Marie. I thought it was Sault. It's Sault Ste. Marie. I was literally there like a week ago. It's Sault. It's Sault Ste. Marie. Unless you're saying sue them. Hold on. I'm writing down an idea. Chat, I don't know if you know this. I've talked about this a little bit. A Whoopee with a head hole. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a plan. Do I look like a man with a plan? The answer is yes, I do have a plan. Eventually. So eventually I want to start my own gear company. All right. I want to make some slop gear for the masses. Not necessarily, not for the masses. I think it's going to be very goon LARPer friendly in the sense of obviously it will be made in America by me. Maybe eventually some other people. Take in some homies. But I want to make some shit where it's just, I feel like there's just a lot of stuff in like tactical gear. And I'm talking like nylon stuff. Backpacks, plate carriers, chest rigs, belts, pouches, you know, salt packs, rucks, even fucking sleeping stuff like fucking tents, sleeping bags, bivvies, all that stuff. I have ideas for all, like I have so much shit written down, it's not even funny. But eventually, I would like to make that a thing. But I'm trying to like not make the same shit as everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Like one hurdle that I've been like trying to work through is like I'm trying to reinvent, just as a challenge. Not like I'm not going to just like push something out that like sucks, but I'm trying to think of a way to reinvent the mag pouch. Like what would that look like? You know what I'm saying? Like what would a more well thought out mag pouch look like? Like I think the final evolution of a mag pouch is literally like the S-Tac Kaiwi. Like that's just like, all right, we peaked. That's it. You know, like it just makes the most sense. But I feel like there could be something. It could serve in another role. Oh yeah, no, there would be tons of fucking camouflage options for sure. Pencot, 100%. Hot pink, yeah, the OG cam, There would be OG Cam. OG Cam would be this actually. Hold on. It would look something like this. Super original, trust me. Hold on. Okay, these all look... Okay, here we go. Browser. Change it. Okay. This is OG Cam right here. See that shit? This would be OG Cam. just black and pink M81. This looks better, in my opinion. Not with the white. That's fucking goofy looking. It's got to be mostly black with the pink highlights. I think that would be super peak. Just as a meme, you know. Obviously not for any sort of quote unquote real use, but oh shit, hold on, I fucked it up. There we go. Yeah, I think that would be super sick. Just to have cool camo patterns and stuff like that. Obviously realistic and usable ones for different environments and whatnot, but yeah, we're gonna try and bring some actual innovation to the nylon gear market. Specifically, I think there's a huge gap. No, not Blackpink. No, Blackpink was not mentioned. T97. All right, woman opinion. Fucking. I think there's a huge gap in the market, specifically for field gear. We can. I'm gonna fucking close this now. You guys take one last look at this map, okay? Because I'm gonna close it. We're going back to my face. All right, so I think there's a huge gap in the market for field gear in particular, like specifically fucking sleep systems, man. Like, I think sleep systems and actually well thought out assault packs and rucksacks, they're like few and far between. There's just not that many good ones. And I just can't take it anymore. Like, I think like there's a real issue with like military style backpacks and stuff like that having absolutely zero fucking organization in them, which is so fucking annoying. It's so annoying. Like I hate having a rucksack and it's just a giant bucket. It is a duffel bag with back straps on it and a frame. That is dumb. That sucks. That sucks really hard. Like, legitimately. I fucking can't stand that shit. So I'm hoping that eventually, through the funding of, you know, the Goon Army and my progress here on YouTube, that I can eventually utilize this platform to sort of springboard that business venture. And, you know, it's not... Yes, I understand the Mystery Ranch 2-DAP. Yeah, the Mystery Ranch 2-day assault pack is probably the best assault pack on the market, in my opinion. I think so. It has great... That's... I love it. It's awesome. But, yeah, eventually I want to springboard the, that adventure through this platform. You know? And I don't want to do it like... I'm not trying to be like a fucking Instagram, you know, boutique hype beast brand or anything like that. Like, I have a goal that you can buy, theoretically, okay? I don't really know how this would work logistically, but theoretically, you could outfit an entire Goon Minuteman for less than $1,000. I'm talking every fucking piece of kit. Every piece of nylon kit. like boonie hat, BDU top, BDU pants, rucksack, the fucking accoutrements associated with that, sleep system, web gear, plate carrier, belt, everything. Less than a grand. I think it's very fucking possible, and it's going to be like actually good shit. Well made, fucking innovative. That's my goal. That is my goal. That's what I want to do. I wrote it down a while ago. It would be the 700 soldier project, where for $700 you can outfit an entire fucking soldier with their entire kit. Like think of like Army CIF standard issue. It would cost $700 to do that. You got your LBE, plate carrier, chest rig, whatever, belt, uniform, rucksack, everything inside of it, $700. Done. In usable camo patterns for wherever you're at. So that's what I'm working towards, chat. That's what I'm fucking working towards. I think it's possible. I think it can be done. And I don't even care if it's done with, like, if it means that, like, keeping that price down means I make fucking, you know, razor thin margins, whatever. I'll do it as a middle finger to the fucking market. Because something's got to give. You know what I mean? Something's got to give. So, keep an eye out for me at SHOT Show one year. I'll have my own booth. I'll be visiting this year coming up, but eventually I'm going to have my own booth. Please use a camo that's easier for friendly ID than multicam. Yeah. Basically anything but Fed cam. M81 is usually my go. I like M81. I think M81's great. People are like, eh. Like they think it's like it got too popular again, so people are like, oh, well, now it's gay. Now I don't want to like it. Fuck you, M81's cool. Or you could do like ATAX, but that's kind of boring looking, and you could just like buy OD green and spray paint it, or Coyote and spray paint it, and then it literally looks like ATAX. But M81's great. I also think, honestly, the Navy digital pattern, like their Forest digital pattern, is so sick looking. I think it's so slept on, honestly. I think it's genuinely a good looking camo. I was jealous. I'm like, damn, like that looks fucking good. Like for a digital pattern, I'm like, fucking decent, you know? The fucking Seaman did it. I have an idea for a modular duty holster kit. Basically, it would be a Fulster floodlight with nylon strap. Interesting. Yeah, Realtree is the Civ standard issue. Realtree is like cheating. Have you ever actually tried to like go play fucking war games in the woods with your friends and have a team set up like a hide site wearing Realtree? Good luck. Good luck finding them. It's actually like very, very good camouflage just looking at it. As long as it doesn't glow because of the dyes and shit like that, you know, oh my god, NIR compliance, holy shit. Like, as long as it doesn't glow, it's damn good. It is damn good. Navy Digital is the best right now. That's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking, that is a good looking camo. I'm actually very, very jealous that they got that. I think the rest of them would. The rest of the military could benefit from having a cool camo like that, just from a swag factor. But I bet you could find some surplus stuff pretty cheap because it's not really like sought after. You know, everybody wants multicam because they're gay. So you could probably find some Navy stuff like that. Plus, the layout of their pockets and shit like that is also just good. It's modern. It's a nice modern military uniform. I think so. Fucking Masayoka, real tree redneck camo, literally made not to be seen. Yeah, literally. By animals who are like extremely skittish. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so Glow So Bright, you kind of do have a point. You know, it doesn't look necessarily great moving, but I don't know, man. I think like anybody who moves close enough, like if you don't have enough shit between you and the observer, then you're just gonna stick out. Like the human eye is just made to see laterally moving objects in front of them. Okay. Like if I approach you like this is much harder to see than me coming at you like this. Okay. Like so at that point it doesn't really matter what camo pattern you have. It's all it's movement techniques at that point. Yeah, T97. The NIR doesn't matter anymore. Thermal defeating capability is the real what do you call it? The real fucking threat. So, and Bees Systems, that's all I can say. Get a Bees Systems cloak. That's the only like somewhat decent and accessible like anti-thermal piece of clothing that you can wear. You know what I mean? They have like it's like a poncho or a cloak system, and it works. It works really well. It's like 400 fucking shekels though. But it's your life, you know what I mean? So yeah. No camo, no clothes, wore shirts versus skins. Hell yeah. Um let's see here. When is the Beretta M9 surplus going to hit the market? When it has? What do you mean? It literally already has. You could go, like I could go to like any gun store and find like M9 surplus mags for like $5 a piece or a gun show. They're everywhere. The guns themselves, I mean, yeah, they're a little bit more sparse. You might have to find like police trade-ins and stuff like that, but I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret, okay? All 102 of you better listen right now, all right? The Beretta 96, which is the 40 cal, can be converted to a I got to be careful how I say this on YouTube. The 96 can become a 92. Slide and barrel. It's the only thing you need to change. The frame stays the same. The ejector stays the same. Simple as. Slide and barrel, 300 shekels. There you go. You got your 250 shekel 96. It just became a 92. Yeah, but Evan Graham, the thing is like the appeal with the older 92 and 96 is that the mags are extremely accessible and there's a lot of holster support and stuff like that. Obviously, you can't really modernize it all that much, but for like Milsurp, if you could get them for a steal, you should do it. I think. And then, well, that's what I'm saying. 545. It is cheaper because nobody likes 40 cal. you could get them way cheaper than a 92. All you need to do is just swap the fucking slide and barrel. No, the 92 cannot become a 93R. not by conventional means. The lower is totally different. They do use the same mags. That's what, like, you can put a 40 mag in a 92 frame and vice versa. It's the same thing. That fucking Beretta used to sell a kit that it was basically a conversion kit that it was just a 90 series frame, which is it's the same thing, regardless if it's a 92, 96. It's the same fucking thing. And it would include like 2 mags for each and fucking 2 uppers, two slide assemblies. Because you just swap it. Easy, done. It would come in like a wooden box. It was a case. So, yeah, No, that's like that is the appeal, and it's so slept on. Um, yeah. So I think that's one of the best kept secrets of the Milsurp gun world for people who enjoy Berettas, myself included, um, is the ease at which you can technically have both. You know what I'm saying? You just enter through the 96, and then because it's just cheaper. You know what I mean? Because people don't know. So okay, so we've talked about our factions. Okay, we've talked about the struggle for land. Um, so let's kind of sort of keep it on topic here. Um, being in this hypothetical world, okay, being a useful individual, being a pillar in your community, okay. I was kind of playing around with the idea the other day of starting all over again, okay, where I don't have the goon squad that I train with. You know, I don't have the network that of people that I can rely on. My goon brothers, okay? Some of them are probably watching this right now. What's up, guys? um like modernized canteens, now jeans too bright and colorful. Yeah, I could probably do something like that. Um so if I had to start all over again, uh like how would I do it? And I think I have some experience that I could share to sort of help you guys, because there's a lot of you guys out there that don't have any sort of community that you belong to. You know, like you might have like one or two homies, which is great. Like I'm not trying to discount the um the benefit that that has, because being alone sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like to be a part of this community and to being better prepared and stuff like that, you know, doing it alone is tough. It's sort of easy because you only have to worry about yourself, but you never really have to just worry about yourself. You know, survival is a it's a social game, okay? Nobody can do it alone. Not for long. And you kind of don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because the struggles that persist that would drive you to sort of have to depend on yourself in the first place are only continued by the inaction of other people or the unwillingness to help each other. So you have to, I think it would be better, it would be in everyone's best interest to sort of garner that community of self-reliance, where it's not just one person who is looking out for themselves. You have a bunch of people who are looking out for each other. One homie is better than 1,000 flakes. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, which we'll talk about that, like a vetting process, if you will. Um, None of my communities have become radicalized fully yet. I don't think they have to be. I don't think they have to be. It's not like um, I think we're quick to sort of draw lines of exclusion to basically say like, well, this person isn't, on the same level as me yet, or this person doesn't exactly believe the same things as me yet, so it's like I don't even want nothing to do with them. I think that's a flawed way of thinking. I think it's not really going to do you any good. Okay. Um, I think that we're better off sort of being more lenient and willing to forgive and forget certain things for the greater good, if you understand what I mean. So, yeah, Asian massage, I mean, like people that like just don't care at all, you're going to have a hard time really getting anywhere with them. I mean, you should still have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't hurt. Plant those seeds so that, at least then maybe subconsciously they'll keep an eye out, keep an ear out for those certain indicators that their way of life is sort of degrading, and they would be like, well, I know that this guy was willing to work with me. Maybe he still is. You know? So just because somebody is, like I said, so far beyond the scope of like where you are now doesn't necessarily mean that you should exclude them. So, and I think it's all about how you present it. You like it says in scripture, for the sake of the gospel, I will be all things to all people for the kingdom. So, for the sake of your preparedness, you should be willing to sort of be a bit more socially flexible. Okay. Maybe the normie who's expressed some interest in, guns or sort of sharing similar political ideals and stuff like that, which I'm not going to get political. Okay. But, sharing those sort of same ideals or concerns, that's sort of your foot in the door. That kind of shows you where to gauge how you approach maybe opening up the possibility to that person that, hey, maybe if things got bad, we could rely on each other. Maybe we can help each other. That's not a bad thing. That's kind of what you want, So if I was going to start all over again, okay, if I had to create the Goon Squad from scratch, I think it would start with, like I said, the less work I have to do, the better. So getting involved in communities in person. Okay, it has to be in person. Online communities like this are great. You know what I'm saying? But maybe use it to try and find events and stuff like that take place in your area where you can get a hold of people like that to open up like a real personal connection with somebody. I'm not saying you have to be best friends with somebody off the rip. Let that happen naturally. But, like get involved in like your shooting clubs. Get involved, go to competitions. You would be surprised how many people there, have, who are willing to be a part of a community like that, or who are also they themselves struggling to find a community like that because they don't know how to organize something like that. So the idea, oh, you want to come up here, Yuka? Come on. Come here. Come on, kitty cat. Yuka's here. Say hello, Yuka. No. So, like, I'm trying to equip you guys with the skills to basically be able to organize something like that. Because it starts there. It starts with getting to know the people that would be a part of something. Like, can you get out of my mouth, bro? So, let's say you got, a few people like that, okay? A couple people, a few people, whatever. You're asking the ideal goon squad size. Anything +1 is a great start. Start there. Because people are more willing to be a part of something when there's already something going. You know what I'm saying? When there's already... Yuka, quit. When there's already sort of something established. Because there's no, like, work necessarily that needs to go into it. There still is, but it's not like they have to
it's a lot less daunting, you know. So let's say you got a couple people, two, three, four, five people, something like that. Um, my entire reply is based on a high trust society. Okay, well that's what I'm saying. Like w- we are so quick to distrust and demonize each other. Like you have to be the one to kind of drop your guard a little bit. You have to like to garner something fruitful like that. Like you kind of have to take risks. And dude, like you're not doing anything illegal. So what the fuck is the concern? What are you worried about? Like yeah, you guys might not agree on every single fucking issue. But if you don't know, then why assume that you don't? You know what I'm saying? Like this is like fourth grader logic. This person's favorite color is purple, so I cannot fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Like this person doesn't take, gun community and training stuff as seriously as I do, so I can't trust them. The question is why can't you be a better influence? I'm not trying to like point you out. I think this is a broader issue that a lot of people fall into. Yeah, trust isn't like, automatically like established. It's built. It's like you have to foster it. You're extending an olive branch to be like, hey, let's create something here. It's how people make friends. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, just due to the society that we're in now, it's going to take a little bit of work on your part, probably, because people are just Pavloved into, especially in this community. It's this community in particular is so unwilling to trust one another, even though there really isn't any like grand risk or anything like that. Like this whole ideology of like everybody is a Fed is fucking stupid. Just frankly, it is. Like you can be a little bit open and friendly with people, and I think you could pretty as long as you have like enough like intellect about how people behave, you can gauge whether or not somebody is at risk or has ill intentions. So, yeah, that's like step one. It's step one stuff. So as long as you can work through that and you get your first few homies or whatever, let's say you started going to competitions or something like that, or you joined a club of some variety, you met somebody at the gym, whatever, somebody you work with, and you find out that you have enough in common to kind of be like, okay, let's try and see what we can do here. Hold like a training. Have a training, like even if it's in a public area. It doesn't even have to include guns. Okay, like just make your intentions known. Don't go full bore and being like, yes, I'm trying to create a goon squad, or like I'm trying to, you know, garner a community of people that we're like self-reliant and stuff, like, because that could be a little daunting at first, especially if it's not already established. That can be a little bit of a grandeur idea to somebody who isn't um, in that community yet. Once you like bring in stuff like that, that's where like Fed allegations kind of get brought in, where you're like, oh, I'm starting a militia. Do you want to be a part of it? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I think it would be better if you're just like an easy, like I said, the easiest one is doing competitions and stuff like that, because people are like, you know usually there They're like, yeah, no, I train and shoot competitions, but it's like, yeah, no, I'm also like, I I carry CCW, and I like to be better equipped and better prepared for you know bad situations and shit like that. That's a great start. That's a great start. So maybe try and network and find somebody where if you're in an area where it allows it, like to shoot on their land, or if there's public property, try and do like be like, yeah, let's have our own range day and stuff like that. Let's camp out. Let's just test these like certain small skills, to kind of gauge where they're at, where you're at, and try and like bounce ideas off each other. Be like, oh well, this would have been better, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, so it grows slowly. It's not something that happens overnight. So all right, you go. I'm gonna set you down, buddy. Oh, come here, buddy. Yep. Getting hair in my mouth. Yeah, Fight Club at Mom's house. Perfect. So yeah, bring refreshments, something like that. So if I was gonna do it all over again, that's what I would do. Get involved in a community that is adjacent to the sorts of interests and skills that are associated with preparedness, and meet with the people there, get to know them. Or if you're not doing that, have those conversations with people that in places that you frequent physically. Work, the gym, campsites, ranges. You know what I'm saying? Quit it, Yuka. And have those conversations. And then, like I said, be more willing to sort of open up in a world where, even though we're terminally online, and if you were determined to be a threat already, people would know about you and probably would want to get to know you because they're feds. But you're probably not that special. Never socialize, too risky. Yeah, whatever. um like and then like I said, have that conversation, be friendly, be open, and try to garner something real and genuine. And then be open to the idea of bringing this person who might not be as squared away as you are into your fold. And then let's say you got something where maybe every so often, a couple weeks, every month, something like that, you got these range trips or whatever. It's just like, hopefully during those times you're able to have those conversations to try and further like the intent, I guess. Because if it stops there, then it stops there, whatever. But it's not a reason to cut them off. You know what I mean? I still think like you could still plant seeds. But let's say that it does grow and garner into something. Then, like I said, just be like, hey, maybe instead of just going and doing flat range shit, like, why don't we do like a patrol or something like that, or we do like a patrol lane where we shoot targets or whatever, and like let's camp out, let's use our kit that we have and sleep out of our rucksack or something like that, and if that goes good, then try to have like more actual regimented training. And while you're doing that, you're still open to other people getting involved. Like, in order to have the Goon Army, people have to join. If you want more numbers have to join. That's just the way it is. And you're not going to know them off the rip. They're not always going to be your best friend, like, immediately. But you got to be open to it. And like I said, people are way more willing. I've seen this personally in groups that I trained with and that I've started way back in the day, you know, like we would always have these campfire discussions and be like, man, I wish, we had more people, I wish we were more better prepared, or had other people to help, you know, basically be a part of what we do and how we train. And then as soon as like new people come up, they're like, well, who the fuck is this? Like, we don't know them. I like, no, like this is like people get all uncomfortable and get all squeamish with it. It's like, do you not see the the oxymoron here? I want more people, but I don't like new people. Well, then this is never going to work. It's never going to work. It's never going to happen. And that's a you problem, or that's your homies problem. And so if it's your homies, you got to have that conversation with them and be like, well, it's the same shit I'm telling you guys. Or if it's you, listen to what I'm telling you. Like, you're going to have to work through that. Okay. Not every, like, I'm not saying like they need to know your social security number and your address, but like, if people want to train and people want to get involved, as long as you're not doing anything illegal, which you shouldn't be anyway, like, then you don't have anything to fucking worry about. And if somebody does come in and they want to sow seeds of discourse and try and push to do something illegal, then you know that that person is a threat, either because they're a Fed or because they're just completely fucking unhinged. And you could deal with that. They will make themselves known. Trust me. You will know them by their fruits pretty fucking quickly. Like I said, like if you're not doing anything illegal, like nobody's going to play the long game to like build trust and be like, okay, I've spent 3 years with these guys, working with them, fucking now I'm going to do the agitation, and increase their criminal footprint. That is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. Nobody in their right mind is going to do that. Some people might kind of go off the deep end because, they feed into fear porn too much, and then they're like, whoa, all patriots activate. Fucking, like that does happen, but that's more of a conversation to have with them regularly and be like, like they're going to show their concern first before they flip and say something to do something stupid. You gotta be a good voice of reason in a world where everything that everybody says is crazy. All right. The Wakasoo for $5. He says, "Love you, OG. Here's $5 towards the new projects you're working on. Cheers. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that." But how do you get them to prove they're not a Fed? What? Like, well, first of all, like, okay. So let's say you have something established. Let's say you have like a training group. Okay, like you got a group of guys. You don't even have to have a name for it or anything. You don't have to call yourselves anything. You just have some buddies that you train with regularly. Okay. You have somebody, through a mutual or something like that. Like, hey, I have a buddy who wants to come and do what we do. Okay, sure. If that trustworthy person, and I guess that's the key point, is like the people that you do bring in, they should be kind of like known a little bit, like somewhat familiar at that point. But like, like you're not, handing out flyers at the grocery store like, hey, join my training group. Like, no, like think of how it started. It started naturally through, having, a connection where you kind of knew somebody already. And then you made that offer, that extension to be like, let's train together. And then it goes good. And then you trust them. The same should be for everybody from there on out. Like, it doesn't change. Okay. Like, like the vetting process is the same as like Like you're not gonna like go to the range who with somebody who just walked up to you out of nowhere because they saw you had a fucking, you know, Glock sticker on your car for some reason, and they're like, "Do you want to come to the range with me? Do you want to shoot guns with me on my private property?" Like, no, that would be weird. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of weird. Like that, especially if you're shooting and stuff like that. Like there's already like an apparent like safety concern, and you don't want to just openly trust anybody like that. So that it's kind of a given, you know. So the vetting process is the same for anybody. It's you kind of you have that conversation a little bit, you kind of get to know them a little bit, and then you invite them. And you don't do anything too stringent or too extreme, like oh yeah, we're gonna ruck 20 miles and then you know we're gonna camp out on this mountaintop and we're gonna do like 700 yard shooting through the night, blah blah. Like don't throw them in the weeds like that, you know. Like I mean, unless they have experience doing that, but even then, I would be like let's just go to a public range first. Let's see how you act. I want to see how you handle a gun first, and even if they're new, like that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is like don't be looking for reasons to like try and exclude them, especially for like skill based stuff. Like if they show a willingness to learn, that's great. That's awesome. But I mean, like I've seen it with people who are like, you know, they see my training group and previous one. I'm not talking anyway. They see my training group or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, dude, like I'm fucking super squared away. I want to get involved, blah blah blah. And then it's like they're insane. Like they're fucking insane. Like safety concerns out the ass, and then you like point it out, and they get all defensive. It's like you don't want to. Then fuck them. You don't want to work with them. You don't want to fucking train with them because they're a liability. If they're not willing to listen to reason or like learn, then what are you doing? Like you're gonna waste your time, or they're gonna fucking get somebody hurt. So, you know, you gotta be the one to kind of smack their pee and just be like, no, you're done. You are done. You have no access to CAG gear. Your LARP is over. So, I assume any racist archetype guys are all feds. Yeah, that's like I said, agitators are pretty obvious. You know, not always, but it's usually not a good look if somebody like walks up to you and they're just like, "Oh, hello, like, hello, white man. Let's be friends because I hate everyone else." Like, that's not a great, like, great opener. I'm soaking wet, you know, like, I had a guy approach me at a public range talking about Active Club. I didn't know what that even was at the time, but I think it may have been a Fed. Why? Why? I'm curious as to why. I genuinely want to know. Stay away from any militia wearing Flecktarn. Yeah. Yeah. At that point, it's like, yeah, that's a dog whistle. Unfortunately, because Flecktarn's cool, but it's just so associated with a certain particular group of people. Yeah. And that's the other thing is like if you come across a group that is already sort of pre-existing and they're doing things that, I mean, that's awesome if you could find that and they're not totally fucking insane. But I have been a part of some groups, man, where I was just like, holy fuck, like these guys got some fucking work to do, you know, just internally. Like they're just fucking insane. Nothing is inherently wrong with Flecktarn, Hustle Bones. I'm just saying that like it's just like you look up like, you know, certain militarized far right quote unquote groups, RWDSs. They kind of always seem to wear Flecktarn because of, you know, the historicity sake of it. We'll just say that. Uh, Almost immediately asking a stranger if they're interested in meeting up with your NN group seems suspicious. Yeah, that is very suspicious. No, I did not join. Shut up, Coral. Is it the old German flag on the sleeve? Yeah. Yeah, that usually is a dead giveaway. Greetings, fellow right winger. Do you also hate the non-whites? Yeah, right. That's so fucking yeah. That's like an obvious fucking you don't. I'm gonna tell you now. Don't do that. All right, don't do that. You're just opening the door for allowing in a bunch of fucking bad actors. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no people that are pushy or anything like that or like really fucking open. It's very sus. Very fucking sus. Hop, your presence enough is going to bring the raid. Don't worry. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of avoid people that are like super fucking pushy. Like like I said, so we kind of talked about garnering the group. And luckily with that you kind of have a little bit of control with like who you let in and stuff like that. So that's great. But, you know, when you let's say you come across a group or somebody approaches you, then I mean, I guess the approach is still the same, but you're just going to kind of find that, you know, people with like ill intent, like, I mean, you're going to see it right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to show up to a group and somebody's going to be like, oh, yeah, look at this. Look at this fucking Uzi that I have that nobody knows about. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, I got to go, bro. Like, I don't want to fucking be here. Like, or like you show up and yeah, everybody's wearing Flectar and you're like, uh-oh. then, then it's like, yeah, you'll know pretty quickly. But it's up to you to kind of be like, I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to walk away, you know, for your own fucking safety and freedom, you know, like don't be fucking stupid about it. I understand the internet's the internet, but like, dude, real organized groups and stuff like that, like those are the types of people that get watched. But like the group, like don't get me wrong, like, am I on a watch list because I'm in a group that, you know, trains and, you know, practices mutual assistance and preparedness and stuff like that? Probably, but I'm also like not worried about it because it's like I'm not doing anything illegal. But I mean, excuse me. If you know, if you hang out online in certain groups, like you're probably already on a watch list. But the question isn't if you're on a watch list. The question is how many watch lists are there. So try not to be on all of them. It's not good for your freedom and well-being. Anonymity, were you not fucking listening to literally everything I was just saying for the last 45 minutes? Rewind, bro. Rewind. Let's see. What's annoying is it shouldn't be weird. Nobody thinks twice about being like, yo, you look like you like the Seahawks too. Want to watch the game on Sunday? Well, exactly. Hustle Bones. Thank you. That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. You know, it's like we're in this. That's what I was saying. In this particular community, people are so quick to like demonize each other after knowing literally nothing about each other. Everybody's a Fed. Everybody's a Fed. Like, well, then I guess everybody's a Fed to you. Like, you're just gonna fucking die alone, or you know you're gonna reap what you sow. You want a group to train with? Well, you can't trust anybody. Like, you personally cannot fathom the idea of opening up to somebody and letting a relationship, you know, grow naturally, because you have you unfortunately fell for the psyop. Okay, you fell for the fucking psyop that everybody's a Fed and you can't trust anybody. So you're never going to organize. You're never going to be better prepared because you drank the fucking Kool-Aid, because you spend too much time online. And that's your problem. And that's like, that's what I was saying in the beginning, is that is step one. That is step one to work through. Because if you can't do that, there's no group. There's no Goon Squad. There's no CAG. There's no LARP. Nothing. Because you simply cannot trust people. You have to learn to trust people. That is how relationships are garnered. That is how groups are formed. They're formed on trust. Everybody in my CAG as fuck LARP group, I trust. I trust those guys. I love them. They're my brothers. They're my brothers in Christ. Oh my God, this cat. So, like, start with that. You know what I'm saying? Start there. You gotta be kind to each other. Learn to be nice, man. Like, holy shit. How hard is it? How hard is it to just be a fucking nice guy? Oh man, it's the Focus Trip crew. What up? Who? Not me. Not in a while. I wouldn't mind hopping on a Focus Trip stream, but I don't know. I don't want to ask. I feel like it's weird. But yeah. I think we got to be a little bit more willing to. Sugar is always goes down a lot easier than vinegar. Okay, so you're never gonna build. Well, dude, you're trying to sit in my lap and you're falling out. Don't get mad at me when I catch you. Yuka, do not anger Daddy. Come on, you gotta go. You're being sassy. So, yeah. Just be a little bit more open. Be a little bit more open. Yeah. You guys have any questions on that? Like, am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. Yuka, stop. Just ask. It's not like you're a trench. I could. I mean, yeah. I know. I don't know. He also streams so late. You know, I'm on that wage cuck lifestyle. So, it's difficult for me to be like, yeah, I can join a stream at 9 when I got to be up at 5 and go for fucking 4 hours. You know, like, just kind of sucks. But OG, what if I get Chris Kyled? Listen, fucking think about what happened to him. All right, he was literally like doing work with like high risk people. You don't have to do that. You literally don't. That's the thing, is that's completely free not to do. OG, should I go for thermal or suppressor first? Thermal. Thermal. Hands down. I would absolutely get thermal first. If it's between a suppressor and thermal, get thermal. You don't need a fucking suppressor. I don't think it's necessary. Like, plus, I think it's a little bit easier to save up for something like that. Suppressors are only getting cheaper and more accessible. So, be a big boy. Rip the Band-Aid off. Do the hard thing first. Weapon-mounted thermal or handheld? Shit, man. I think... ¿Por qué no las dos? No, but I honestly, if you're balling on a budget, just get a handheld. I mean, the thing with like thermals though is like the more money you invest into it, the better of the product it's gonna be. Crazy concept, I know, but like, fucking, you're the problem with like thermals like that is just like the distance at which they could fucking it's the distance that they could pick up heat signatures and the resolution that the display is. So the more that you invest into it, I think your money's probably going to go further with a handheld. Like if you're only going to get one, or you're just trying to check that box early. But like it's kind of one of those things that like you kind of have to pay to play. Like night vision, like there is a bar for entry, financially speaking. That bar is getting a little bit lower as time goes on, but like, you know, do you want to wait and try and see if something comes out in a year from now, 2 years from now? Are you willing to wait that long? You know, I think if anything, like the suppressor market is kind of, if you're willing to wait, then yeah, fuck it, get a suppressor. But like, I mean, I would get thermal first, and just yeah, kid corporate. That's a good point. Like a clip-on would be cool. It's kind of why I went with the ACOG. It's because it works well with clip-ons. So, and you could use it as a handheld if you absolutely needed to. So, there you go. There's your answer. Clip-on. Go for it. Do I have experience with the D&T HS225? No. I don't have any experience with any civilian thermal device because I do not have any of them. I just recently got night vision. I'm checking the night vision box first. I got the Iris 4 and I got a Gen 3 fucking PVS 14 fucking, and I'm probably going to get a suppressor first. And then I'm kind of eating my own words right now, but like I'm going to get the suppressor first before the thermal. But I would recommend you to probably get the thermal first. Don't make the same mistake that I'm making. It's all too expensive. We still broke out here. Then don't get it, bro. You don't have to. I don't like bro, you're not going to be like in this hypothetical that I'm talking about here, like this one, okay? This bullshit right here. For one, this is hypothetical, so you don't really need to worry about it. But for two, like in this the goon army that you're trying to garner and stuff like that, like you shouldn't want to fight openly anyway. Like it's not very conducive of living and surviving. Like fighting is hell. It is hell. And people die. And dying sucks, so don't die. So don't worry about it too much. Thermal or NV? Thermal. But night vision is a little bit more accessible, so some people are going to go for that because people like to buy the cheapest stuff first and work their way up instead of the other way around. So I just think in terms of pure raw capability, thermal is going to go further than night vision for that SHTF consideration. I'm jealous of the Iris 4. The Lamb got me fiending. Dude, it's nice. It's fucking nice. It's light. It's all in one. The tape switch that comes with it is great. I'm swooned, bro. I'm over the moon. I love it. OGU and Randall, Gruntproof, are probably the most genuine and honest gun guys, period. Might be a cool live stream together on subjects like this. I like Gruntproof. He's pretty cool. I never see him really do any, like, crossover episodes or anything like that. Plus, he just has a way bigger channel than me, so, I don't want to... It feels weird for me with my humble 11.8K, which thank you guys, by the way. Fucking to like kind of ask somebody that's like way outside of the realm of my subscriber count, like it's some sort of fucking popularity game or something like that. It's like, oh, why would they want to stoop to my level and hang out with a plebeian like me? I mean, then again, Hop's here, so.
But Hop's a homie. He's different. Larry Fink conjuring ads when OG speaks. Sorry. Let's see. Quality versus quantity. Yep. Grunt Proof is based and humble as fuck, dude. Watching him for years, I don't think he'll give a fuck about your channel size. Yeah. Shit. Why not? How do I hit him up? What's his line? Somebody give me his personal phone number. Or an email will do. Don't be so self-depreciating, man. You got that air. They got that airsoft kit on. Honestly, tier wannabe trains a lot, so I don't knock him for it. He do be LARPing hard. He's just 19, you know, or 21 or whatever, which is clearly leagues different from me. Given that I'm 7 years older than him, we obviously exist in two different worlds. All I have is his home address. I'll send him a letter. Oh man. You guys ready to read some scripture? I got my Bible here. I'm trying to make that a regular thing with every stream. I want to finish the stream off with some scripture reading. Have I read the Quran? No, I haven't. And I don't really plan on it. But thank you though. So got a couple passages here that I think sort of play into what we were talking about tonight, just from a biblical standpoint. You know, stuff that Jesus has said to his disciples and stuff like that when there were sort of seeds of discourse being sown and like that. So I got a couple passages here. Let's see here. The first one is, let's see here. Actually, I got two. I got to see which one I'm going to start on. Here we go. So the first passage here is from Matthew 6. Okay, Matthew 6:43 is where we are going to start. And this is coming from a time where this is going to be a part where Jesus is speaking. And he's talking to his disciples and talking about forgiving your enemies, okay? And in the sense of how this ties into what I was talking about, I think it doesn't have to necessarily be your enemies. It should absolutely be your enemies. I know that's like a hard pill to swallow, but you should forgive your enemies. Easier said than done, but, you know, when you possess the love that Christ has for you, it becomes a lot easier. So I'll just read it, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. So Matthew 6:43, starting off. I'm reading the King James version, so I'm going to be spitting that old English. You know what I mean? Thank you for the sub. Ooh, Quran thumb. Very cringe. Very cringe. The Bible is not cringe or garbage. Matthew 6:43. Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor, and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, and bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans have the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? What do you have more than others? Do not even the publicans do so?
Be therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Take heed that ye do not, cat, please stop. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men, to be seen of them, otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou dost thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets. Moving on, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, that they have their reward. But when thou dost alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, and that thine alms may be in secret, and that thy Father, which seeth in secret himself, shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in heaven, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. So, it's basically the latter half of that. Kind of was just talking about not being too prideful. But the important part here, saying that you basically need to be a little bit more willing to forgive. Okay. And if you guys stuck around during one of my last streams where I talked about my coming to faith, if you look for the thumbnail of the goon Sisyphus pushing the rock up the mountain, I think it's called Dealing with Weakness is the name of that stream. Great stream, by the way. But in that stream, I talked about how I came to faith, and I basically had a lot of resentment. Honestly, I had a lot of resentment towards God for a lot of the things that had happened in my life. I was blaming him for it, unjustly so. And, through a moment of humility and prayer and, openness, I was broken. I was a broken man back in the day. Still am. Not as much, because now my strength is in him, okay, the author of all that is good. But in prayer, I was just like, I'm like, what? How do we reconcile? How do we reconcile this? I want to be good. I want to, have. I want to be saved, but I have so many questions, and there's all this stuff and all these distractions, and I have a lot of pain that I'm still holding on to that's holding me back. And in that prayer, this is the first time that I ever heard God's voice. I heard him say to me, "You need to forgive me as I have already forgiven you." Very much reflects what was said here in Matthew 5. Specifically, the portion where it says, hold on. That ye may be children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun rise on the evil and the just, or make the sun rise on the evil and the good, and sendeth rain on the just and unjust. So, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, and do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. It's like basically saying, like, you've already been forgiven, so why not forgive others the way that God forgives, the way that Christ forgives? I missed the part, but whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. I already read it. Like living the part. Living the part is super important. So sorry, I'm watching the frickin' the fight unfold here in the comments. Guys, listen. Do not engage. I would just not engage, okay? Anyway, if it becomes a problem, I'll fix it. But your Father has already forgiven you, okay? So why not share that blessing with others? I think that is super important. Super important because, I mean, you're just not going to bear resentment. Let not the sun go down when you have, hatred for a brother. Fix it. Let it go. And it doesn't have to even be among brothers. It could be among other people because you are a living testimony, a living steward for the kingdom. You're a representative of the faith. So in so doing, why not also, do the word? The word says that, God is quick to forgive and slow to anger. Why not be the same? Because it's God who lives in you as well through the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. You possess that today when you believe. Now, obviously, I mean, the flesh is the flesh. That's still there. That's going to be a problem. But it's something that you can work through prayer, through fellowship, through being in the Word, communion, all of these things. There's a whole lot of gifts out there that just bring you closer to God. And while doing so, starves the flesh. And the flesh becomes a lot weaker. And on another point, with, talking about this whole hypothetical situation, obviously it's sort of a black pill in a way, just like, oh yeah, look how bad things can be. Look at what this would look like. Well, during a time of great tribulation, it's pretty easy to sort of fall into fear. It's easy to fall into a spirit of fear, but we weren't given a spirit of fear. We were given a spirit of peace. Christ is the Prince of Peace. And so when you possess that spirit, it's a promise. It's promised to you. You're sealed with it. And so, obviously there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, spiritual warfare, like of which that you have never could even fathom. There's a lot working against you. But just bearing the kinship and the ownership that you belong to Christ, for one, makes you a target, but also two, makes you protected. You know what I mean? The legions of Satan will never prevail against those who are in Christ Jesus. It's just not possible. They can make you miserable. And they can rob you the joy of your salvation and work in many ways to lead you astray. But if you put on the armor of God every day, then it's a lot harder to do so. Right? Yeah, that's when you're using the weapons of your faith advantageously for yourself and for the sake of the kingdom. That's the war that we are a part of, whether you like it or not. A lot of people like to ignore it. A lot of people like to pretend it's not there. They like to minimize it. I mean, it's like once you see it, you see it everywhere. Like, oh my gosh, that person's a demon, or that person's possessed. You know what I'm saying? Or this person, like, this is the work of the devil. This person, how far they've fallen. And you're not, and this is what I was just saying, you're not, your goal shouldn't be to condemn them. Your goal should be to love them. I can't remember what the exact passage that Paul said, that loving your enemies, will basically place coals upon their head. It's love is stronger than hate. Hate can destroy the body, but love can save the soul. It's a lot of power there, especially when that like I mean like real love that isn't just physical. Like having somebody's best interest and seeing them for who they really are. Hold on a sec. There we go. Anyway, yeah, having that love for somebody is not easy. It's really not easy. But I think when you grow in fellowship and you grow in knowledge of the word, it's it just sort of makes sense as time goes on. Yeah, sorry, I had to kind of it was getting distracting. As you can see, I'm out here trying to talk about the word for the betterment of my brothers in the kingdom. I got wicked words being spat at me. I will not stand for it. I still want him to hear this message. I still want him to hear this message, if he's still here. So, anyway, to get back onto this next passage here. This is John 14. This is a time of great distress among the disciples because Jesus is about to be crucified. It's during the final supper. So he's trying to console them and basically say, like, just because I'm leaving doesn't mean like I'm gone. Like Jesus spits so much wisdom in such a short passage right here. It's incredible. I love it. This is one of my favorite passages in the Bible. So if you got one to bookmark, John 14 is a great one. So we'll go ahead and read it off here. This is Jesus speaking, starting off, chapter 14, or John 14, sorry. Jesus says, "Let your hearts not be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again, and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may also be. And whither I go ye know, and the way ye know." Thomas saith unto the Lord, "We know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way?" And Jesus saith unto him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye had known me, ye should have also known my Father. And from henceforth ye know him, and have seen him." Philip saith unto the Lord, "Show us the Father, and it sufficeth us." Jesus saith unto him, "Have I been so..." This part's so funny. "Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that has seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, Show us the Father? Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but of the Father that dwelleth in me. He doeth the works. But believe me, I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. Or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he also do, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that I will do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father, and he will give you another comforter, that he may also abide with you forever. That's the Holy Spirit. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more. But ye see me, because I live. Ye shall live also. And that day ye shall know that I am my Father, and ye in me, and I in you. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved by my Father, and I will love him, and will manifest myself to him. Judas saith unto him, not Iscariot, not Judas Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou willest manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world? Jesus answered unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him, and make our abode with him. He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye have heard is not mine, but my Father's which sent me. These things that I have spoken unto you, being yet present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance. Whatsoever I have said unto you, peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away, and come again unto you. If ye loved, ye would rejoice, because I said, I go unto my Father, for my Father is greater than I. And and now I have told you before that that it comes to pass, that when it does come to pass, ye might believe. Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, Satan, for the prince of this world cometh, and hath nothing in me. But that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father gave me commandment, even so do I. Arise, let us go hence. Man! So good. So good. I love it. Great, 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 great passage there. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I really do love it a lot. It's like, look, man. Like, what are you worried about? You love me? Then I love you too. And where I'm going, you're going to come with me. Let us go hence. Yeah, right? Dude. I would have a hard time not following anybody who says that. Let us go hence. It's so sick. Oh, goodness. One of my favorites. Dude, the Bible's so cool, man. There's just so much good stuff in here. I really do love it. How blessed are we, guys? How blessed are we, chat? That we have a God who loves us like this. Even despite our transgressions, our wicked ways, he's still willing to go the absolute farthest lengths possible just to be with us, to save us, to love us, to comfort us. Like, I don't deserve this. I really don't. And yet, like, these promises, the wisdom, the comfort, like, man, I don't deserve it. But it's not up to me to decide that. God looked at me and said, I think you're worth it. He looked at you and said, you're worth it. I don't care what you have to say. or what you think of yourself or what other people told you. To me, you're worth it. Christ looked at every single one of you and said, "For you, I will go to the cross." Man. There's no greater love. There's no greater love. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like dwell on that, chat. Dwell on that. Come to really intimately know what that love is like. And you'll be able to show it to even the most spiteful of people in your life. It might not always be easy, but it's what we are called to do. Love God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, spirit. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Make disciples of all nations. Which, in that part, that last one, if you love your neighbor as yourself, if they're not a brother, you'll share the gospel with them. That's what I would do. I love you, so I want to share this with you. If I see somebody on a path of destruction, I want to save them. Not for glory unto myself, but for glory for him who saved me. It's his work. It's my hands. Let's see here. One second. Yeah, amen to that, Wayward Ranger. Let's get a Christ is King in the chat. All right, can we get an amen for the congregation here, for my brothers, Hold on, I'm gonna find a passage here. I gotta look it up. Okay. This is another great one. I'm just gonna read this one here because Psalms is a long chapter or a long book. So this is another passage that I really like. I've read this one before. Oop, getting a little choppy. Hold on. Close some stuff here. There we go. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. This is another passage here that I thoroughly enjoy, and this is one of those comfort passages for me. You know, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of the struggle that I have in my walk with in my faith is very inward. Okay, like I don't have a problem. I won't say that I don't have a problem, but I'm a lot less reluctant to do things, to do good works unto others. But for myself and how I view myself, and, you know, I'm very quick to rob myself of the joy of my own salvation for myself. but I love to give it to others. Why that is, I don't know. Um, Maybe it's because, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I see myself. I see my flesh. When I look at other people, I'm a lot less likely to just see them in their flesh. I see them for who they are. I see them who they can be. I see their spirit. Like who they are as they would be in the kingdom. But as for myself, like I think it's because I also see who I ought to be or who I will be. Once this body dies and my spirit is glorified, you know, in heaven, and you become a sinless being. And that's something that like sticks with me. It's like, wow, that's incredible. It is incredible that one day you will sin and it will be the last time you ever do it. And you will be in full fellowship with the Lord, presence and everything. Like, like wow, that's incredible. But for the time being, like I'm still here. You know what I mean? And I see everything, every transgression, every sin. I see it and I do it. The things that I ought to do, I don't do, and the things that I ought not to do, I do. I live in this body of death every single day. And I know like the things that are not of God that I do, that do nothing for him, or, at the worst times hurt others or myself, you know. It's just like it makes me it breaks my heart. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me second guess a whole lot. Not like to an existential degree. Like I don't entertain the idea that like maybe I'm not saved, maybe I'm not actually a Christian, blah blah blah. But like man, it's just like seeing it happen just sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I don't want to hurt the one thing, the one person, the God who loves me the most more than any other living creature on this earth. The things that I do every single day hurt him. Or rather, it's just things that would hurt that fellowship. It would hurt that relationship. But luckily, in that love, and we see that so much in Scripture, in that love, there is a lot, an immeasurable amount of mercy. And it's because God doesn't necessarily see that side of you. He does, but your his sins I will remember no more. That's let's see here. It's Hebrews 12. Hebrews 8:12, sorry. Hebrews 8:11 through 13. And they shall not teach each one his neighbor, and each one his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall know me, from the least of them to the greatest. For I will be merciful towards their iniquities, and I will remember their sins no more. In speaking of a new covenant, he makes the first one obsolete, and what is becoming obsolete and growing old is ready to vanish away. That, like, legalism, that, like, I did something wrong, therefore I need to be punished. That's like the idea that a lot of us adhere ourselves to. That's just like how our legal system works. That's how we treat each other. You know what I'm saying? You do something bad, I will punish you. If I break the law, I will be punished. I mean, but God has a lot of mercy. Like a lot of mercy towards those that love him. And we see that expressed very, very clearly in Psalm 103. Just for clarity's sake, I'm going to change this to ESV. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Sorry. This website literally saps all of the RAM from my computer as it loads 100 ads at once. So if it looks a little choppy, I'm sorry. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, who satisfies you with good, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. The Lord works righteousness and justice for all who are oppressed. He made known his ways to Moses, his acts to the people of Israel. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abundant in steadfast love. He will not always chide, nor will he keep his anger forever. He does not deal with us according to our sins, nor repay us according to our iniquities. For as high as the heavens is above the earth, so great is his steadfast love towards those who fear him. And as far as east from the west, so does he remove our transgressions from us. As a father shows compassion to his children, so the Lord shows compassion to those who fear him. For he knows our frame. He remembers that we are but dust. As for man, his days are like grass. He flourishes like a flower of the field. For wind passes over it, and it is gone, and its place knows it no more. But the steadfast love of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting on those who fear him, and his righteousness to children's children. To those who keep his covenant and remember to do his commandments, the Lord has established his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. Bless the Lord, O you his angels, you mighty ones who do his word, obeying the voice of his word. Bless the Lord, all his hosts and his ministers who do his will. Bless the Lord, all his works in all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Cook. That cooks. I love it. Man. Slow to anger. He's slow to anger, man. Let's see here. What's the good part about this? I'm going to reread it again. Yeah. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. He will not always chide, nor keep his anger forever. He does not deal with us according to our sins, nor repay us according to our iniquities. It's just, we don't get what we are due. The things that we ought to receive, we don't receive because of his steadfast love for us. Can you fathom loving somebody like that?
I hope to. Like, I hope every single day I get a little bit closer to that. You know? I just, it's a lot. It's a lot to try and wrap your head around. But, it's like I know it to be true. I trust in it. I'm I know that to be the truth. That's truly of God. So I want to put my faith in that. Romans 6:23 has helped me through some tough times. Let's have a look at that one. I happen to have Romans footnoted right here. Let's see, 6:23. Huh. It's literally circled. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. Yeah. It's awesome. I think my favorite passage in Romans, like if I had to pick one verse, it would be Romans 8:1. So it's so hard the way it starts too. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. That one's great. Just what a banger way to just like start off a letter. Like, dude, there is no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. How much clearer can it be? He who is forgiven a lot will love a lot. He who is forgiven a little will love a little. I need forgiveness every day. I need mercy every single day. Every moment. But it's there. And yet it's there. Like a well that doesn't dry up. It just keeps on giving. Amen. Praise God for that, man. Praise God for that. Well, gentlemen, I think with that, we're going to wrap this up. It's getting a little late. Unky OG has to be a wage slave in the morning. So, I think we'll go ahead and close it up. So, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, if you liked the stream, please like the stream. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. We do this every Tuesday. Try to, as long as I'm not working overnight. And besides that, check out the links in the description. Do the things if you want. Otherwise, I'll see y'all in the next one. I love you all. I have nothing but love for you. And I'll see you guys soon. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. Take care.